Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Bold and Beautiful Voices. I'm your host, Felicia. Before we dive into today's topic, we want you to know that we are not experts in the topic that we discuss. We are individuals who come together to share our perspectives, our experience, and opinions. Our goal is to create a space where we can have open and honest conversation about real life issues and hopes that it can help someone that's going through similar things. Now that we've got that out the way, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. Bold and Beautiful Voices. So let's get into our guest today. She was born and raised in Pensacola, Florida. She's a mother of five. She's a designer. She specializes in custom gowns, and also she does alterations. She dedicates her free time to nonprofit organizations. She works for Navy Federal, and she specializes in IRAs. Miss Sherry, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Today's a good day. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking.
Yes, ma'am.
So our topic today is the role of communication in healthy relationship. We all want healthy relationships.
True.
Yep. So in order to have those healthy relationships, we got to know how to communicate.
True.
Some don't know how to, but before we dive into the topic of the day, we're going to have a little fun and we're going to do some icebreaker questions. Okay. If you could create an outfit for any celebrity, what would it be and what would the outfit look like?
So if I could create an outfit for any celebrity, what would it be and what would it look like?
Yes.
First off, I would create an outfit for Miss Portia Gubadia, baby. I think she's going by Portia Williams now again, but Portia Gubadia just sounds so much better. So I would create a gown for her. I would definitely make it, I would bedazzle it, jewel it out, make it big and fancy, just everything that she is, to just bring out her personality. Love to see that on the Real Housewives or in Essence or somewhere. Yeah.
So you're a big fan of Portia.
Oh, I love Portia. Let me tell you, Portia Gubadia, that she's my ideal client. Yes, absolutely.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received from another woman?
Best piece of advice I ever received from another woman. This would have been, I call her my work mom, and it would have been like years ago, that job I had. I was in training and she was like an operations manager. And I always dressed for the role I want. So even though I'm in training, I'm going to dress like the boss. When somebody see me, they don't know who I am. You know what I mean? And so she saw me, and what she said was, when you get out of training, I'm going to make you one of my leaders. I was like 2 weeks there. And I was like, really? And what she told me was, leadership is not in your title. It's in who you are. And it was just the energy that I was bringing. And she did. And she grew me. And I ended up being, top in training, had trainers and new trainees under me. So she gave me that. And she basically just solidified who I am. I'm a leader no matter where I am. I don't need to be the biggest talker. I don't need to say the most things. Leadership is not that. Usually the leader is the last to say something. They don't have a point to prove. They're going to take in everything that you're saying. Okay. And then I'll give you my opinion. So that was the best piece of advice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's some great advice.
Mm-hmm.
What's your go-to way to unwind after a long day?
Ooh, girl. My go-to way to unwind after a long day is my favorite place in the world. My bed, twiddling my toes, watching a movie,
Rubbing your feet together.
rubbing my feet together.
I love rubbing my feet together.
Girl, we didn't know what it was when we were kids. We didn't want to take a nap. I don't want to take a nap.
Like, at what time you talking? Oh,
Well, right.
My bed is too comfortable.
Once my feet get together, once they meet, it's over with for everything else.
If you could travel anywhere in the world with your best friends, where would you go?
If I could travel anywhere in the world with my best friends, where would I go? I really want to go to Dubai. It just looks amazing. It looks fun. I've seen some reviews on it. I've seen Steve Harvey talk about it. And it's really inexpensive once you get there. And that is definitely something I would want to enjoy with my best friends.
So what are some things you're doing in Dubai?
Definitely party, shop, eat, explore, see all, all the sightseeing, just make a full day. What's those little things called? The ATVs. I'm gonna sit on a camel. Honey, whatever they got to do, I want to do. The rap.
The whole gown going on.
Everything, baby. I'm gonna get into the culture for sure.
That's
yeah.
What's the most empowering song you have on your playlist right now?
The most empowering song that I have on my playlist right now? Ooh. It would be the song. Oh, I got two of them. So they're actually gospel songs, which I like all type of music, rap, hip hop, R&B, country, oldies but goodies. But the two I would have is "Turning Around for Me," which I can't think of his name, but I love that song. It's "Turning Around for Me," and what is the name of the song? It will turn in my favor. It's turning around. Okay, it's turning around for me. And I cannot think of the other one right now. I have to start singing, girl, and I don't want to mess up your views because you ain't gonna get no views if I sing. I only sound good when others are singing with me.
Yeah.
But it's two gospel songs.
And that's why we connected, really. We like those blues. Do you remember
the blues? Girl, they was hating on the blues.
They were like, can you turn up? Like, no, we're enjoying it. Let us have our moment. So.
Them people have lived life. Yeah. Okay? I like those songs.
Yeah,
yes.
I like those songs.
Love
too.
blues. Yes.
What fashion trend you hope never comes back?
Fashion trend I hope never comes back is the baggy jeans. Now, I don't really like the dudes that have like tight fitting clothes. Like that's not a good look, but the tailored fit looks good. Just the bagginess, that sagging, I just hope like, you know what I mean? It's unattractive. And I don't know if it's like the tailor in me that wants to like put those clothes together, but it just is unattractive for sure.
I love to see a man in a tailored suit, slim fitting jeans and, a good fitting shirt. It just speaks volumes of it.
It does. And it shows like confidence.
Yes.
It shows like that's what you want to see. You confident. You love your body. Whatever kind of body you got, bring that body. Yes.
Don't complain about what you got. Work on it until you can get where you
right.
But slay whatever you got.
Right. And if you like the way you are, keep that.
Exactly.
Yeah, you ain't gotta hide it.
Mm-hmm. And that's what's wrong now. Everybody have a point to prove.
Right.
And it should be like that.
It should.
Because I'm not me, you're not me.
Right.
We're not built alike. So we gotta embrace what it is.
What it is. You got that right. You absolutely.
If you had to describe yourself in 3 words, what would they be?
Powerful. Consistent.
Yeah.
Beautiful, because I am who I am, honey.
Amen.
Amen.
Ain't nothing like people with confidence.
Right.
You can think what you want to think about me, but baby, I know who I am.
Right.
And that's what it's all about. What's your favorite food?
My favorite food is seafood. Shellfish. So like crabs, oysters, clams, all of that. Shellfish would be like my favorite.
What's your favorite season of the year?
Probably fall, but the fall when it's like almost cold, but it's not quite cold.
So are you thinking maybe October, November?
It could be, but with Florida, that could be, you know what I mean? It can move, it can fluctuate.
December, January.
Right.
Like, why are we still wearing shorts in December?
Right. So the season that I can wear just about anything I want, I can really dress myself. It's not too cold for what I'm wearing. It's not too humid for what I'm wearing. That would be the time. So we're going to say fall, whatever Florida or whenever Florida decides that's going to be. Yes.
So Sherry, you over the last year, you really stepped out of your comfort zone, and you've been doing great things. And
Yes, ma'am.
I see you, girl. You doing your thing. She even created last year. I think we went to a casino ball or something like that.
Yes.
And that red dress that I had on, she made it. She handmade it. And girl, I slayed that dress. I slayed it, baby.
You did.
And you just been doing your thing in the
Yes,
community.
ma'am.
I'm so proud of you.
Yes, ma'am.
So proud of you. And that just shows that, sometimes we have to surround ourselves around different people to be able to pull that up out of you. And just to see you blossom within this year. I'm like, look at my girl.
Thank you.
Yes. Dresses and
yes,
things.
ma'am.
You better work it.
I totally agree with you. It's not that who we have in our circle or in our group isn't sufficient. That's not the case. But it's that when you get around other people, you may see things in yourself that you didn't see before. You may learn things. You may get that courage to do other things. You may get new ideas, So it's good to do that. Come outside of your bubble. Absolutely.
Yes, it is. So we're going to get ready to dive into our topic of today, the role of communication and healthy relationships. I know for us as women, when we first start off dating, we try to do everything perfect and, put the man first. And, at times we'll leave ourselves behind,
right.
Not thinking about our happiness and, not putting ourselves first. So from your perspective, why do you think communication is crucial in maintaining a healthy relationship?
I like what you said, because that is how a lot of us do it, and until you grow to a point that you can see that, step outside the box and see what's going on and put yourself first. And so your question was,
why do you think communication is crucial in maintaining a healthy relationship?
I think it's crucial because if I'm not on so many levels, but just on the basic level, if we're not communicating our wants, our needs, our dislikes, maybe when we're going through something, maybe, if we're stressed about something, depressed, if we're not communicating, it's not going to help us stay healthy. That's like one of the foundations that you need to even grow from. How can I help you? How can we grow if we can't even communicate? And not just screaming at each other, but communicate where I can understand and where you can understand, even if I don't agree or you don't agree. We have to have that communication. That's a basis.
And I do believe in I disagree, you disagree, to agree.
Right.
So
absolutely,
it is what it is.
Absolutely.
You just got to be comfortable with expressing yourself. A lot of people don't do that, and so that's why they're stuck in relationships. It can be family, friends, relationships, and they don't know how to move forward, or they don't know how to walk away,
right?
Because they're so used to it,
right? Yeah. Communication is
and
so important.
Every relationship has its ups and downs. There's no perfect relationship. If it is, we don't walk on water, okay? So for the people that portray that everything is perfect, that's for show.
Right.
The real people know that everything is not perfect.
Right.
Look at P. Diddy.
Right.
Oh, I want to be like P. Diddy. Look what he's going through. So how do you believe open and honest communication help couples grow stronger?
Open and honest communication helps you grow stronger because you know who the individual is, and it's giving them the choice to stay, to love you or not. Like if we're in a communication and I say, or in a relationship and I say, I'm this type of person, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is how I like to communicate, I don't like to cook or whatever it is, whatever I'm communicating with you. I'm a cheater, I'm a liar, I'm communicating that to you. So with that, I give you the opportunity, the option to say, okay, this is not what I want. I can't deal with this. I'm going to leave. It's just that important. You have to be open and honest, because I got to know who I'm loving.
Exactly.
And you got to know who you loving.
And dating is way beyond liking someone.
Way beyond.
You know,
yeah.
just because a person look good,
Mhm.
and I like them, you
Mhm.
put so much energy,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not even compatible to
Mm-mm.
you.
Them representative girl.
Yes.
Girl, I'm so over that. Let me tell you, child, I don't even look. Like, this is who I am. Like, hey, I'm a cook once or twice a week, maybe. I don't like to comb my hair every day. I don't like to do this. This is who I am. I'm the nicest person, sweet as pie, but I can be mean as hell. I can be stubborn. I can be a lot of things. I'm communicating that to you in the beginning. I don't have time for no representative. In turn, I would like for you to give me the person who you are while we're dating, so I can make an informed decision. Is this somebody I want to spend some more time with? And you can do the same. That is so people don't understand. Girl, you would waste no time if people could be honest in the beginning.
Exactly.
If you're a cheater, say that. It's women that's
okay with it. It's women that's okay with being a side chick,
right.
know? But be open about it.
Be open about it.
And then you make that decision.
Right.
And later down the line, you bring it back up. Well,
I told you this in the beginning.
I told you my rap sheet.
Right.
And you accepted
right.
it. So now you're complaining.
Exactly. And there's nothing wrong. And I'm not even saying that's wrong. That's just what I don't want. Yes. And I appreciate you giving me that information. I wish you the best.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
But that's so hard for some people because this generation, they'd rather have a piece of something than not have nothing at all. I cannot agree. I can't agree. Because I sleep peaceful. Girl, that peace,
let me tell you, to the people that don't know, that peace is everything.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
You
being able to go to sleep and not, worried about, is my partner out doing this? Is my partner out doing that? So I'm not going to accept this little piece of pie that you want to offer me.
Right.
If I can't get the whole pie,
right.
I don't want none of the pie.
I don't want none of the pie. I don't know. And trust and believe. There is somebody out there that will take a piece of that pie. They fine with that. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's just that I don't want that.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're so right.
Yeah.
So, tell you a quick story. I was talking to this gentleman one time, and we talked for about 3-4 weeks or whatever. And I like to be open. So as we get older, we mature a lot, and so our values of things and our look on things is different. So one of the things that he wanted was more children. Okay. Who
you just see how I look.
Not me. So I told him, I was like, well, I don't care what you got, how fine you look. I am not the person for you.
Right.
Because I'm not having anybody's children. No. I'm done. And he still wanted to move forward. And I was like, find somebody else to do it. Because I just told you, even though you say, okay, well, that's okay. But you still express that you want to have kids. So if we move forward and down the line, you pressure me about having kids, it's going to be a problem.
It's going to be a problem.
So it's okay to let go.
Let go. That's that communication.
It's not our time.
It's not our time.
We're not for each other. And people just need to learn to just, be okay with things don't work out. Right.
And it don't mean that you're a bad person. It's just we're not compatible at all. And we can communicate this now while I like you. Instead of communicating it later when I love you or I'm in love with you. Now we're in a toxic situation. So yeah.
So expressing your needs and emotion can be very difficult for people. I remember back when I started, rekindling the relationship with my kid's father, it was very difficult for him. I always been that type of person to express, let the other person know how I felt about certain things.
Right.
So what advice would you give someone on how to communicate their feelings and emotions that never knew how to do it?
Okay, advice I would give someone who to communicate their emotions and they never really knew how to do it.
Say I hate when you go out with your friends and you stay out all night and you come back sloppy drunk.
So
but he don't know how to tell you that,
Right.
Because he's thinking that if I express that to you, we're gonna have an argument.
Right. So what I would say with that, and her disclosure was given in the beginning. So this is only our opinions. You take it,
Only our opinions.
So you take it and learn from it if you can. Do it if you won't. If you won't. All right. So if that person has a problem with their significant other going out, getting sloppy drunk, how they would want to communicate it, you would want to avoid assumptions. So you don't want to be judgmental. You definitely want to watch your body language for sure. I would be open and honest, not hide your feelings. Watch your tone when you're talking to someone, because something can sound like this is me expressing my feelings, but if I'm too passionate about what I'm saying or I'm angry about what I'm saying, it can come off the wrong way, and they may not be able to hear the point because of your tone or your body language. So I would definitely watch that. So I would own your feelings, watch your tone, definitely be open and honest. You want to let them know how it makes you feel for sure. When you do this, it makes me feel like this. Don't tell somebody that I don't like when you do this. Why is it? Have a reason behind it. So I would say, I don't like when you do this, and this is why, and this is how it makes me feel. Try to avoid relating it to past relationships, because even though it walks like a duck, quack like a duck, everybody says it's a duck. I don't necessarily agree with that, because sometimes we can bring stuff from our past relationship into our new relationship, and that trauma makes us feel like it's the same thing. So we definitely want to not do that, but let them know how it makes you feel. Set your boundaries, and by that I mean put your line in the sand. Hey, this makes me feel like this. I don't feel good about it. I don't feel good about our relationship. I think it's disrespectful, whatever. I'm not going to deal with that anymore. If that's something you want to do, you got one life to live, and I implore you to do whatever you feel like you need to do. But I'm not going to deal with it. If it continues, I'm going to have to leave this situation. That's my line in the sand. If it happens again, what I've heard and what I believe is that if you tell somebody something hurts you and they continue to do it, can I cuss on him?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I don't really think this. They don't give a damn about you. And if I tell you something and you change it, you attempt to change it. And I ain't talking about like being a representative for a few days and next week you're doing the same thing, but you attempt. I see you making the effort to change it. That person cares. What I'm not going to do is take the line that I drawn in the sand, erase it, push it back, and draw another line. Because just like you have your own life to live, and that's what makes you happy, I got my own life to live too. And I'm going to have that peace. I love you. I wish the best for you, but I got to go. Your access has been denied. And that's okay. I'm not saying you're a bad person because you like to go out, get drunk and party and come home sloppy drunk. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm saying that's not going to work for me. And this is my boundary. So, yeah.
That's right. Mm-hmm. And I'm a big on actions, speak louder than words. Mm-hmm. Like you can tell me you love me all day.
Right.
You can tell me you think about me all day.
Right.
But what are your actions showing?
Right. Definitely examine. Definitely take the time to assess the situation. Somebody can tell you this or that. You observe. Make sure that what they're saying is what I see. Observe.
You have to.
You have to.
Dating is another job itself.
Right.
You're having to learn someone new.
Right.
So it takes a lot, and it only works if two people are, same mindset.
That's right.
Yeah. So diving into past relationship, we all have a past. Nobody's perfect. We all have done bad things. We have all made bad decisions. Do you think discussing past relationship and new relationships is important?
To a point.
And what point is that?
I don't want to hear about your old relationship all the time and things that have happened. I think it's important to know. I'm not going to say necessarily the person because I done did the research, honey. When you tried to reach out to me before we went on our first date, I done hit up my girls. I done hit up family. You know it, baby. We done went on search on Facebook, Instagram, baby. We done went through TikTok. You hear me? We know who you is, who your mama and them is. We didn't did the research. So not necessarily the person that you've dated, but I do think you need to know about those past relationships because it may inform you of the person that you're currently with. So the only thing I really believe I pick up out of the person that they used to be with is I'm listening for cues. So if he tells me, yeah, I used to be in a relationship and she did this to me, I'm like, so what did you do? How did y'all argue? How did y'all fight? How did y'all communicate? How did that work? And he may think he's dogging her out. But the more you don't talk about yourself, the more I understand about you. So I think knowing how he handled those situations, knowing how his communication was in those situations, knowing how he moved about. Were you a cheater? How did you leave? Did you break up? Are you always breaking up? It informs you of the person that you are dealing with in the relationship. Yes. So
and I dislike when men, like if you're dating someone new and they always have something bad to say about a past relationship.
Right. Yeah.
Like, what went wrong? Why is this person this bad?
Right.
You know, if this person was that bad, why did you stay with them for
that
long?
Right.
You know, and it also opens up my eyes. Hey, if stuff go bad with me, you may sit with the next person and express how bad I am, and when you're the issue.
Yeah, the problem. I feel exactly where you come from because I'm curious. I love the questions that you're asking because those are the questions I'm asking. Like, okay, well, if you're such an awesome person, why did this? Okay, where did it go wrong? What made this person do this? Okay, so how did you react? Okay, so why did you stay? And you want to understand when you're talking about those past relationships, it is to understand, to inform you of the person that you are with, honey, for sure.
And do you want to move forward?
Yeah.
I think it's important to have a conversation about a past relationship. But after you have that conversation, that's the last conversation.
Yeah, I don't need to.
Because now we're working on us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when dating, don't leak too much information because I'm not really giving you all the details on what I like and how I like it.
I like
that. Know, it's up to you to try to figure out that just as well as it's up to me. Right. To try to figure you out.
Right. And I want to address both of them things you're talking about. So when it comes to not bringing it up again, yeah, because I don't want to keep hearing about it because I feel like you might still be in love or still want to be there. But maybe it's unfair. But if something happens in our relationship or something go wrong or whatever, how did you deal with this before? Is this how you act? Is this what went wrong? So even if I'm not bringing that up to them, I am definitely thinking about it because one thing about a person is they really don't change unless it's making themselves better, but your characteristics, the core of you don't change. So if you're treating me like this, but you told me that, something in the milk, you know what I mean? Ain't right. And then not only that, just moving forward, moving past all of that. Yeah, you need that.
We don't want to be out and me and my past relationship, my past partner, we went here and we did this. Well, you know what? Go be with them. If you're thinking about them, go be with them.
Go be with them. For sure, girl.
Yeah, so I think it's important, to have that discussion in the beginning. And then just let it be. And then you just observe that person, moving forward. Hey, you're acting like this. This is probably why your past relationship didn't work out.
Even if you don't verbally say it.
You say it in your mind, but baby.
We might say it in a argument. We don't, what I'm saying, but.
We're going to keep it moving.
But that's why.
How do you handle communication in a relationship when discussing difficult topics. Men, it's so hard for men to discuss their feelings,
Mm-hmm.
and that can ruin a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you communicate your feelings on different topics that your partner is uncomfortable with discussing?
Okay, you definitely want to appreciate how they are. That's them. So if I have a hard time communicating verbally, I'm sure there's some nonverbal cues that are given. Because some people like to withdraw. You can tell when something's going on with them. You're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? So you have to pay attention. To communicate that, what you can do is, address it. So I noticed that, over the last few days, you seem to be withdrawn, and not to make assumptions or like jump on their case, but like, I just want to make sure that you're okay. And if there's anything that you need to talk about, I'm here for you. And I think if you're not that judgmental person, eventually people will open up in some type of way.
Yeah, they will.
They will. And then also being observant, especially if you're living with somebody, you can kind of see some changes, whether it's in their job, within their family. So you can see that. And I think just discussing difficult things, having patience, no assumptions, give them that time to open up, let them know that they're secure. And let me tell you this, if you're the type of person that's always jumping on somebody, and I'm not talking about jumping on physically, but I'm talking about jumping on them verbally, or you're arguing, you're always assuming, they might not want to open up to you. Not saying that that's the reason, but if I've shown you throughout that you can depend on me, I'm not judging you, I see you for who you are, I love you for who you are, they may be open to give you that, even if it's a non-verbal cue, like laying on you, the huffing and puffing, being withdrawn. So I think those conversations can still be had. And sometimes you can pull it out of them. I noticed, this is what I noticed after this happened. I'm not sure if that's the issue, but I just noticed after it happened, you're not yourself how you used to be.
Yeah.
And I'm here for you if you need anything. And sometimes that non-verbal communication, the bringing the plate, doing something nice. Sometimes that is the communication. So communication is not always verbal.
And it's hard for some people, especially men, to express themselves
Mm-hmm.
because men, they have a lot on their shoulders.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And being a provider comes with everything up under the umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
And how often do people that's in a relationship partners say, "How are you doing?
Mm-hmm. It's
Can I help with something?
Mm-hmm.
How was your day?"
Right.
Mm-hmm. It's because the woman expects for a man to give,
Mm-hmm.
and they're supposed to do that,
Mm-hmm.
but still you have to care about their feelings. See, I grew up with a house full of men.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you have to have those you have to check on them because mentally they go through a lot.
And then some are taught at an early age that they can't express their feelings. They're being a crybaby, being a wimp.
And I don't want to say hate, I dislike that.
Mm-hmm.
I dislike for a father to tell his son, "Man up, you're not supposed to cry."
Mm-hmm.
But then they grow up and they get into all this trouble.
And they bottle it up.
And they're in jail, in and out of jail, in different altercations. Mm-hmm. So allow these young men to express themselves. I don't think there's nothing wrong with a man expressing himself. I
don't think so either. And I think seeing a person as a human being, allowing them to be a human being, whether it's man or woman, other, whatever, I think that when you see somebody and you appreciate them and you love them on that level, these are their flaws.
Yes.
These are their insecurities. These are their strengths. I think it makes it easier to have those difficult conversations, easier for a man to be a man in whatever capacity that is, because even if he's sensitive or he have something to say or he need to express his feelings, that doesn't make him less of a man. So I think when you can appreciate somebody on that level and communicate with them on that level from the beginning, that's why we don't have them representatives, don't have those representatives, then I believe, I'm not a man, but I believe that creates that gateway for them to be open, honest, and vulnerable with you.
Exactly.
Yes.
I totally agree. Do you think digital communication affects the quality of relationships today? Meaning that, you know how some people, they expect for their partner to text them throughout the day, or they'll start an argument, you know, you didn't text me, you don't love me, or even like say we're together and we're going through something, so and we're riding to work together and we're silent. But you wait until I get to work to text me this long paragraph. Now you got my day thrown off. I'm not concentrating on what I'm doing because this paragraph that you sent, you could have expressed all this when we were just together.
Well, I feel like this is a personal something that's happening.
No, it's nothing personal. Okay. I'm single.
Okay. Does digital communication impact us? Yes, in positive and negative ways. Positive ways, maybe I'm working, like me, call center work. I can't be on the phone with you, but I can text you. I love you. I can, it can have those positive impacts. If I'm texting something, maybe it's mean, maybe it's vicious, I can sit there and hold my text for a while before I send it to you. Think about it, make a lot of deletes before I send it to you. And it can have a negative impact if I'm sending it for negative things. But I don't think that we should place as much as we do on it. Because just because a person hasn't texted you all day doesn't mean they're not thinking about you. Maybe they didn't text you all day because they are thinking about you. Maybe they know that you're at work. They don't want to get you in trouble. Maybe they don't want to throw off your focus, your balance, So I think we just put too much weight on the digital communication, but it can be good or bad. It can be good or bad.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
So do you think social media have an impact on relationships? Do you think social media can destroy our relationship?
I think a man or a woman can destroy their relationship behind social media, but I don't think social media can do that. Because just like you go to the club, you go to the gas stations, girl, there's 100 men at the gas station waiting for you to get out the car so they can pump your gas. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to get your first last name, social security number before you get back in the car. So it's no different from that. It's more accessible. But I think it just depends on the individual. So yes, a man or woman can destroy their relationship due to social media. But that just goes back to the beginning, communicating the person that you are, understanding the person that you're getting, so we can destroy our relationship through social media. Yeah.
And a lot of people, I said moving forward, I think I want to just, when I do decide to get a relationship, I think I want to be private as possible. Because it's a heartbreak when you posting all of your business on Facebook and disaster come and it doesn't work out. That's a horrible feeling.
Well, it can be, and that's why the guy that I'm with, I posted him in a story a couple times, but I don't really post him, and it's the worried about what other people think. If it don't, so what if it don't work out? You know what I mean? Like, we grown. You know what I'm saying? We ain't 20 years old. You know what I mean? We grown. So it might not work out.
But we tried it.
Right.
We did the best that we could.
Right.
We just gonna keep moving.
Right. And if you my real friend, I went and delete, and you can't find him on there no way. They be like, when that another dude going through the pictures and stuff? Well, I don't see nobody else.
Now, Sherry, did you go on social media and delete all this stuff?
Delete, baby, you do not exist. Okay, baby, we are not in the matrix, honey. Yeah.
Can you share a lesson you've learned from poor communication in a past relationship?
Yes, I can. So let's not learn from poor communication in the past relationship. So this would have been years ago, but this gonna put a different spin on it maybe, but it's the not hearing or listening to exactly what somebody says. And then if you are listening, you listen to "I love you," "I'm gonna take care of you," da 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 da, and they doing other things. So all of the communications. So I think in a past relationship, I know in a past relationship, not really putting all that together and going after, oh, he has the potential to be this. This is how I see him, or this is what he introduced to me, his representative, and not having the communication of, hey, everything that you said, remember you said this, that, and the third. Well, this is what I was expecting, and you didn't do this. Okay, what's our plan of action? And it was an unhappy relationship because he wasn't the person that he presented to me. After a while, he wasn't at 6 months, he was a different person, and we didn't have that foundation of communication where I should have. I don't want to say check, but that's the first word that comes to mind. That if you're communicating this to me and verbally, but non-verbally, you're doing this, it's not aligning. And if I would have communicated that in the beginning, hey, we probably could have had that conversation. It would have saved us a year. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely.
What are some signs that communication is breaking down in a relationship?
Signs that communication is breaking down in a relationship.
It can be a lot. It can be a lot.
Okay. I'm gonna say for me, and this is personal. If we can communicate, we talking. This is what we used to. But things are so strained, so stressful. We so mad that we're yelling. We're not able to get our points across. We're not understanding each other. We're not addressing issues anymore. We just slide them under the rug. If I was the type of person to talk about it, now I'm withdrawn. Ooh, that's like a sign, baby. It's almost over. Like this is the door, and you are here. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that can be a sign, I think.
So yeah. and also in the beginning, we tend to, because men and women do it, ignore the red flags.
Mm-hmm.
And the red flags be right there. But people be so ready to hop into a relationship and they just ignore the red flags.
Sweep in the rug. Oh, he didn't mean it. Well, if it was that way, he did this. And sometimes they make us forget the red flag by the next thing that they did. And that's exactly what happens. And
and for me, dating a man is, I look at different things. I don't have to date someone with a lot of money, because if you're with me and you have potential, we're gonna get that money together. And that is what we're gonna do. But the way you treat your mom,
that's a
the way you treat your mom. Are you active in your kids' life? Because what I'm not gonna allow is you come and we build something together and you're taking care of my kids, but you're not even taking care of your kids. That's important. A lot of women are selfish. They're selfish. As long as he's doing for my household, that's all that matters. But these are innocent kids that didn't ask to be in this world, that need their father.
Right.
So if you are a father, this weekend is Father's Day, and if you're not active in your children's life, do better.
Yeah, do better.
You gotta do better.
I can't even answer the reason behind why that is. I don't know if it's because they didn't have the opportunity, or they felt they didn't have the opportunity, or not put in that place as a father role, as a man role, and then they go somewhere else and another woman allows for them to do that. Or you do have some men that get another family. It's like, hell with that family. or it could be a representative. But if he's been with this other woman for years and years and years and years upon years, and he still ain't doing right by his kids, I think it's one of the two. You didn't allow him to do that. You badgered him for the way that he did that, and then he goes somewhere else and she allows him to do it. Now it's an issue. Or he could be one of those type of men, which I've dealt with that type of man before. I ain't with you, I ain't with the baby. Some men are like that. But
you also have bitter baby mamas
mm-hmm.
That when a relationship don't work,
mm-hmm.
that they use those children as weapons.
Yes.
I
never got that. Come get them. I'm not gonna keep you away from your child. That I don't get that.
I think as women get older, that it clicks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna use this child as a weapon to get back at you, because eventually we're gonna be like the hell with it.
Right.
I can make more children.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that's what you don't want.
Mm-hmm.
So, even if the relationship doesn't work out with your kid's father, just try to come to a mutual agreement so that both you guys can be active in that child's life.
Because that's the important part, right? And the only time it don't work is seem like when they still have feelings for each other. Mm-hmm. But that's another topic. Go ahead.
Another topic. Hey, what's going on here? Because you need money, she needs money. What's going on?
Right. I ain't had that issue because, look, trust me, believe me, if I ain't fought for it, it ain't worth fighting for. So I wish you your happiness. Wish me mine. Make sure these kids are together. Keep it moving, baby. Keep it moving. Yeah.
What advice would you give a new couple just starting their relationship?
Be honest. Now this is past the dating stage. Now we have decided to be together.
So how do you even get to that point? Like, I'm so lost in time where how do you even like transitioning into dating into now we're in a relationship?
Oh, well,
you
gave your disclosure, so.
I'm and I just be like, I'll be looking at the text message and I'll just be like, block.
So I'm gonna give you a personal story. So for me, I was dating like 3 years, and I'm not talking about anybody's. Like, these were some people, you know what I'm saying? Because look, I got churned. Let's just be honest. So I was dating, just having fun. And this is not having sex with different people. This is dating, going on dates, seeing if we interested in each other, seeing how I go. I was really using that time during dating to find out why I may react about something a certain way, who I am without a relationship. And so I was using those those dating scenarios to build me. So even when he lying, just recognize how I'm feeling during that. So dating, that's what you use that for. You build yourself. If you've been in a long relationship, you ain't ready for a relationship, you use dating to build you and understand who you are without someone. Identify red flags. You use that that's a study meet. That's what that is. So I was dating this guy, had found this guy I really, really like, and I was dating him for almost a year. But he was a la olla. Okay. I had la olla. I had some feelings for him, but he was lying. Like, he was really playing between me and his baby mama. And he was 40-some years old. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And he was playing games. And what I told him is that I'm going to start dating other people. And I did. And I dated one other person. And how we transition from dating is that, and this story, it might not be the same for everybody, but he showed me that he was a man. He was a partner, that he had the potential to be a husband. So we were dating. Girl, this was like 2 weeks. I think I needed some spark plugs. And I was telling him about it, just telling him, man, I gotta get some spark plugs. The dude came over here, looked at it. He said it's gonna be $300 something. I'm not asking him for no money because I got the money. He said, what are you doing Friday? I'm gonna get your car fixed. Okay. So then I go back to the guy. I said, I'm gonna try this because the guy I got some feelings for him. I told him the same story. I just want to see the difference because again, dating is learning. Tell him. He said, oh man, $300 something. Man, that's a lot. Okay, I ain't said nothing else. He ain't said nothing else. Now I've been dating you for about a year. I ain't said nothing else. Okay. And it's not the fact that he know I got it. It's that position of, and maybe I put too much on him as a man, but it's that position of help me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Anyway, he get my car fixed. The next week he calls me. Now they know I'm dating other people, both of them. He calls me. He said, I just left Sam's Club and I bought me some household supplies. I thought about you. I know you had those kids. I bought you some stuff too, and I want to bring it by.
Okay. You're a man, huh?
Okay.
You don't even have to ask.
So what it made me do is start looking at him differently. Not that I'm in love with him. I'm going to chase him. Oh, maybe I need to pay him a little bit more attention and really see what he's about. And so we dated more. We took some trips. No sex involved. Just, dating. And it came to a point where he expressed his feelings for me. Now I'm a lady. I'm a girl's. I'm a woman. Like I'm a gender role person. Like this is what a man do. This is what a woman do. I am a lady from top to bottom. So he expressed his feelings toward me, told me his plans for me, told me his plans for us. And he asked me, he said, so what are you going to do? He knew I was dating somebody else. I thought about it, not for long, because baby, I ain't going to risk it. I went to the guy that I was dating. I said, that guy I had started dating? He did this, he did this, he did this. We had these conversations and he wants to be with me. And even if it don't work out, I cannot risk him for you. I can't do that. Can't do that. And he chased me for a while, but the guy I was dating, I've dated him before, if that makes sense, and a different person. Like I've dated you before. I've been married to you before. I know. So I'm willing to risk it on this guy. And he showed me that he was a man. We've been open and honest and presented ourselves. Girl, I went on a date with this man. Let me tell you, he met me at the park, child. I had on house shoes. You hear me? I'm gonna make him like I was at the point where I want somebody to see me as me, like no makeup, no nothing. Like I want you, I'm gonna be raw. And like if this is what you want, then okay. And he loved me for that. Like he know, I can get a little attitude or whatever. And so we've been together like over a year now. Okay. Over a year now. Yes. So absolutely. Thank you. So yeah. That's the transition. That's the transition. Allow somebody to show you who they are. Potential is great. And yeah, because we have to see potential in ourselves. But behind the potential, are there any movements? Are there any plans? Is he making any moves? Any actions? Or is he just talking? Because some guys got that sweet talk. Girl, they got that sweet talk.
And I'm only talking about a day or two. Goodbye.
Keep your options open because what God has for you is for you, and what ain't for you ain't for you. Yeah, and be your open, honest. Like this is who I am. Somebody love it.
Somebody do.
Okay. Somebody love it. Yes, ma'am.
There you have it. Yeah. The role of communications and healthy relationship with Miss Sherry. Thank you so much for
You're welcome.
sharing your perspective on this topic. And I know a lot of people will enjoy watching this and put some things that we talk about in action. Red flags, make sure you look for them.
Right, and listen to the disclosure first, because this was a conversation. Don't get on here talking about we told you to do something.
Hey, we didn't say that, okay? Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to come here and be on our podcast.
Yes, ma'am. You're welcome.
Do you have any upcoming things coming up you want to share?
So right now, just still working within my craft. coming up with a new line for my bridal gowns. So I'm working with that. Looking forward to being in a few bridal events this year, just growing myself,
Okay,
just growing my being, and that's it.
Yep. So you're growing fast, so let our audience know how to contact you.
You can contact me on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok at Shop Bridal Lux. You can also go to my website, Shop Bridal Lux, and Lux is LUXE.com. So you can find me there. Find me there. I'm there. I'm available. You know.
And there you have it.
Yeah.
If you have an event coming up, and then you need something handmade by Miss Sherry,
Me.
she will most definitely put you in the game.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
You there. You there.
So thank you guys for watching, and thank you for
Yes,
coming here.
ma'am. You're welcome.
See you next episode.